Well, welcome to ZenTen with Jackie Rose, CCT of Zentangle. We're on day 5. It's shading day. Let's take a nice deep breath in and out, just like we always do, to get centered and relax. Let everything go. And all you need today is your pencil and your tortillon. Any pencil will do, and if you don't have a tortillon, you can use a Q-tip or your finger. Okay, so let's start with the pattern swarm that we did earlier. So with the side of our pencil, we're going to put in some graphite all along the edge, all along the border of this pattern swarm. So you can go nice and slow and relaxed, just using the side of that tip, lightly putting in some graphite. And I'm going a little bit kind of circular motion all along the edge, maybe grabbing some of the string from the pencil that was there the first day we drew the string. And then with your tortillon, you're just going to smooth that out in little circular motions or back and forth in different directions. Just to kind of smooth it out. Start to watch how it starts to, the pattern starts to kind of separate from the other and starts to kind of lift off the paper a little bit. Possibly, everyone's going to be different. Now you can always add more graphite later. I always like to start light because I don't like to use an eraser, because in Zentangle we don't use erasers usually. But there's some people who do shading and they'll erase and then add some more and erase and add some more. And that's more than I really want to do. And plus erasing is so messy. But in traditional Zentangle, there are no erasers. So I like to stick to that. So you can notice that we're going along the edges that it's starting to look like almost like a pillow. This is the pillow cushion type shading because the middle starts to, looks like it's starting to kind of come off the paper a little bit because of the shading that we're doing. Okay, so now let's move on to Knightsbridge. And with Knightsbridge, the only thing I'm going to do is put in some graphite in some of these white boxes randomly. So maybe I'll pick 3 for this one, maybe 4, all right? So we still have some white, but we also have a little bit of gray boxes now. And I'm just going to smooth that out. So when I use pencil or graphite as a color, if you will, I've just put a little graphite down. I'll do it again over here, and using the side of, still using the side of the pencil or the tip, and then once I get graphite in there, I'll smooth it out. And then what's left on the tortillon, maybe throw it in somewhere else. Give another shade there. So I really like that look with Knightsbridge. Give it a little gray. It's like a gray color. So just do that with all of your Knightsbridges. If you want to, you can put in just a few graphite boxes. And when you use the side of the tip, use the side, not the actual tip, it shades better, it blends better. That's why we do that. Okay, so now let's shade Isocore. So for Isocore, I think what we'll do is we're going to shade a couple of different places. I'm going to shade like wherever these connect here, the auras, remember how they kind of connected? I'm going to put a little bit of graphite kind of where they're separating, where they're connected here. So that's one way I'll do it. And let's do that first. So if you see any like right here, how they're connected, just a little bit kind of down the center. And then you can blend that in, just kind of staying right in that center area. You can see how it starts to give it a 3D look. And it might not with everybody's because everyone did this differently. And another way to shade is maybe like right along the edge of that stem. So giving like the stems, those X's we drew, just a little bit in some of the areas. So you can see the difference between this one and this one. This is shaded, this is not shaded. What a difference, huh? So let's continue on with all of these sections with our shading. So I'm just going to, here they're connecting. I'm going to go a little bit right there and here. And then I'm going to put a little graphite right along the edge of the stem in some of the areas. And then blend that in. And just like there's more than one way to draw a pattern, there's more than one way to shade, and I say it all the time. So if there's another way you'd like to shade, do it. Do it, do it. And I can't wait to see it. And just keep shading these areas. All right, so now we're going to shade title. And title, we're just going to go like right in the middle here, like right where those, I drew those stems. I'm going to, like at the bottom of that stem, I'm going to put a little bit of shading. And then over here, I'm going to do the same thing, even though there's not a stem there. I'm going to just put it right in that little crevice. And just because we're shading doesn't mean you can't add anything afterwards. Let's say maybe we've done this whole shading, but maybe you'd like to fill in this white area with something like spirals, or maybe you want to bring your checkerboards out and do that. I mean, that's totally optional. You can, just because we are shading doesn't mean you have to be done with your tile. You can always add to it. Because there's no right or wrong in Zentangle. Please remember to like this video. Just give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed to it, please. And make a comment. Love to hear if you liked how you liked today's or this week's ZenTen or Zen 16 or Zen 22, I don't know. And also, today's the day to post a copy. So take a photo of what you did today and post it on the Facebook page in the comments section. There will be a designated post just for the ZenTen from this week. And then you get to see what everybody did. And that is like the best part of this whole week. And also make sure you sign your artwork. You sign your artwork and date it. Also, it's a good idea to date your artwork either on the front or the back or on the side somewhere. So when you find this in your sketchbook or your tile, if you're using tiles, use the back or the front. And we'll put in, so it should be 9/18/20 today. And it might be a different date for you. And I think I'm just going to go back and do a little bit more here with my tortillon, just a little bit there. There's a lot going on in this tile. Take a look at it, see if you want to touch it up anywhere. Admire what you've done. Thank yourself for spending this time. And I can't wait to see what you all did. So have a wonderful weekend, or if you're not watching this on the weekend, have a wonderful day and a wonderful week, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for being here.